It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Let's now continue with our health topic on this vitally important World AIDS Day. We are now joined by the chair of the AIDS Consortium, Judi Nwokedi, along with Thabo, Thobeka and Ntokozo, who have all been infected with HIV and are very brave to put themselves on this platform to talk about it for our benefit this morning. Now here to talk about the groundbreaking book, Young, Gifted and Positive. Sounds amazing. And that tells the incredible story of 25 young South Africans currently living with HIV. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks.
Good morning.
So good to be hosting you on this very important day, which I think was in danger of completely being overshadowed by the fact that we are in a COVID year. This particular book and the opportunity to focus, as you've chosen to do, on 25 young South Africans, why do you think this is so important right now in the context of what's going on?
The book comes at a very important time in our history and in terms of where the world is today with all this loss and uncertainty. But it is important to capture the 25 stories. This is a story that then represents hundreds of thousands of other young people who are either born with HIV, contracted HIV as a result of violence, gender-based violence. But the most powerful story that comes from the book is just the power of young people, the resilience, the drive, the determination, and out of all this pain, just incredible joy. And that is why we've titled the book Young, Gifted and Positive.
Absolutely love the title, and I love the fact that you've chosen to highlight this narrative right now. This future lies in the hands of young people just like you. Thabo, you contracted HIV in 2019, as you've shared with us, through unprotected sex. How difficult was it hearing that information, and then how were you able to wrap your head around it? What was that process like?
It was so difficult finding out about how I contracted HIV. But when time goes on, I told myself that there is no need for me to stigmatize, because I always switched off other people. I didn't want anyone nearby me or around me. But then when time goes on, I told myself, yeah, I should live positive.
And you're not alone.
Yeah, I'm not alone.
Thobeka and Ntokozo, you were both infected since birth. You had no choice in the life that has been given to you. What has that experience been like? I would imagine there's phases of it, but how have you come to terms with the fact that you have HIV?
Well, for me, at the beginning, it was pretty hard because, well, I found out that I had HIV in 2015, but I was taking medication like 3 years prior, but my mom didn't tell me why I was taking medication. She was like, you're taking medication so that the meningitis doesn't come back, because that's when they found out that I had HIV, when I had meningitis. Yeah, so, but she finally told me the truth, and at first it was hard, but like I put myself in her situation. She didn't really choose, she didn't have a choice. I've come out to like a lot of people. I'm very like outspoken on it right now. So I feel like it changed me positively.
Wow.
And just made me see the world differently, people differently. Because my old school, primary school, there used to be a song that people sang like, HIV is a killer, and it was approved by like the whole system, the whole school, the teachers, they even sang it through assembly. And when I found out I had HIV, like I was like too scared.
That doesn't apply to me, yeah?
Yeah, like it was just a no-no for primary school. But when I got to high school, I was just like, you know what, let me live my life.
Gonna own it.
Yep.
And thank you so much for doing that. And Ntokozo, why have you decided to share your story and your place in the world with the rest of the world?
Okay, first I would like to say thank you for having me. I believe that I'm HIV positive for a purpose, for a reason. I believe that I'm here to change somebody's life. Me telling my story, sharing my life with others, it's to inspire and to tell other young boys and girls that even if you are HIV positive, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You can still be successful, you can still reach your dreams, you can still reach your goals, you know. So me sharing my story is to educate others that it is very important as a young woman or a man to get tested and to know your HIV status. It's such a blessing because I see the world in a different way now. If I can take you to my clinic where I get my medication, so we have a support group. They made me the youth leader, and I've been AIDS Healthcare Foundation Youth Ambassador, so they embrace me. You know, they show me that, Ntokozo, we like you who you are. We don't care that you are HIV positive, you know. It's just that we need you to embrace yourself, educate others that it's best to know yourself.
Know yourself, know your status, and live positively. Judi, thank you so much for creating this. I wish I could speak with you guys for hours, but I have a feeling the best way to pick up this story is to get your hands on the book and read and be inspired by incredible young South Africans. Guys, thank you so much. Thabo, thank you so much as well for coming on and sharing your story. A massive thank you to, of course, the chair of the AIDS Consortium, Judi and Thabo and Thobeka and Ntokozo, for being so incredibly brave and for sharing their stories with us this morning. And as the world is currently fighting COVID-19 on this World AIDS Day, let us not forget that the HIV and AIDS epidemic is not over yet. We need to make sure that we know our status and we encourage those around us to get tested as soon as possible. To read more about our guests and other inspiring young people's journeys with HIV, you can get a copy of Young, Gifted and Positive.